Orlando, what's your thoughts about Solana? It's been crashing, man. You just bought some. That's one of your favorite cryptos, and it's been crashing. What you gonna do, man? Calm down, calm down. Just relax a little bit. So in this video, we're going to talk about the crash. What's going on? What's my thoughts, price prediction moving forward. But before we do, we have to do some housekeeping. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, you know, to help out the YouTube algorithm. Leave a comment and all that type of good stuff. And I have a bunch of links in the description you guys can check out. So we go to Solana Twitter, and they just released this 2 hours ago. On June 1st, Solana mainnet beta cluster suffered a 4.5-hour outage caused by a bug during the durable nonce transaction feature, which resulted in stalled consensus. Read the full report below. So I'm going to paraphrase because this is very, very much nerd talk, and 90% of the people reading this will not understand what's going on. So we skimmed through it a little bit. So they say, yo, at this time on June 1st, basically the crash happened. What caused the outage? It's a runtime bug triggered by the durable nonce transaction feature, allow under a specific set of circumstances for a failed durable nonce transaction to be processed twice. This led to non-determinism. That's an interesting word. When a validator processed the transaction a second time and the nodes reject the subsequent block, while others accepted. Critically, more than 33% of validators accepted the block, but that number fell short of the 66 required to reconcile the non-determinism. Jesus. So right here, they're basically saying, look, a transaction tried to go through and some people accepted, some people didn't accept it, and it went under the threshold, what they basically needed. You can read this part on your own and say, how are nonce transactions supposed to work and how are they different from normal transaction? You can check that out. And they basically say what happened. You have seen a recent block hash. The runtime assumed it was processing at a normal transaction, not a durable one. Then you see the transaction failed. Basically what I just said, but they break it down a lot deeper. What is being done? The durable nonce transaction feature was disabled in release v so-and-so to prevent the network from halting in the same situation were to arise again. Durable nonce transactions will not process until the mitigation has been applied and the feature reactivated in the forthcoming release. They basically saying they disabled that to be able to happen again moving in the future. So let's see, are people upset about this? What they're saying in the comments. LOL. And the price plummet again, only getting worse. Could you give a summary of the report? You know, hey man, that's that nerd talk. Those don't even sound like real words. Yeah, 99% of people really don't understand what's going on. So let's come back real quick. Now, this is the deal. Solana is a newer project. I believe been out only 2 years, and within 2 years, they ran all the way up to like a top 10 cryptocurrency in the world. So that means they've been doing something right. My analogy is if the speed limit 50 miles an hour, Solana is going to 65. With them going 65, there is a higher chance of them getting pulled over and getting stopped. So when you're speeding, police pull you over, you have to wait a little bit, get the ticket, debate with the cop, then keep on going. If you look at something like Cardano don't have this issue because the speed limit is 50. Cardano going like 41. You know, nobody like driving behind somebody going 41. They going under the speed limit and they just doing a lot right. But while Solana is getting ahead of Cardano because they are driving faster, Cardano is catching up a little bit because they don't have these problems. That's a whole different video. That's why I'm so bullish on Cardano, but I will talk about that in a little bit. Now, you got to think of Solana ecosystem. They actually have projects that people use like real life. Phantom is big because you have DeFi NFTs, you have staking. Stepn is one of the fastest growing companies. They're getting whooped on right now with all the stuff going on with Solana price and everything. But if you look at Stepn ecosystem, let's see what they're doing. So if you look at Stepn, they are getting beat up right now with all the crazy stuff going on with Solana and their app. But you have to see in the last 24 hours, the trading volume is over not 100, not 100,000, but 402 million. Literally in the last 24 hours. And if you look right here, they are a top 100 coin market cap rating company on the Solana network. So Solana actually do have real projects that are doing great. So when you have this many projects, you have this much stuff going on, you're going to have more problems. You have to learn from it. It's not a good look. I don't actually like it, but I completely understand it. So first, let's look at Solana price. Right now, their price is right under $40, and you see they're up 4% in the last day. But main thing on CoinGecko I like to look at 24 hours. You see 4%, down 11, down 21, down 50, up 4% in the last year. So in the last year, you still actually made a little bit of money if you have hold on to Solana for this last year. But if you look at it, it's been a lot of growth. The coin went all the way up to $240, basically $250 a coin. That's crazy. You look at the trading volume, looks freaking amazing. And if you go back to the max, the coin came out in 2020. This is 2022. It's literally only 2 years and it have this much growth. Now, the first thing I actually like to do is compare. That's one of my Patreon members sending me a message. So if you're not in a Patreon, make sure you get signed up, link in the bio. But if you look at Ethereum, you have to look at their competition, right? Let's look at this. Ethereum up in the last day, last 7 days up. Now you see 8%, 34%, 33%. Let's look at Solana again. You look at this. Yeah, this newer. Remember, they was at 30 and 30. So this is down more in the last 30 days because there's a whole outage going on. But in the whole grand scheme of things, technically they're doing better than Ethereum right now. Now you have to look at Cardano, man. You know, everybody got to compare Cardano. And I love Cardano. Look at this. Last 30 days, 28%. The last year, down 66%. So if you really look at what's going on, a lot of companies are doing bad, but Solana is still technically doing better. So here go my honest opinion. You have to understand the example I basically use. When you go faster and you got more things going, you're going to get a ticket. If you don't like that, because people always complain about Cardano, it's so slow, it's all of this. I did a video a while back telling people Cardano is the Apple iPhone of the crypto ecosystem. People hate that the Apple iPhone will come out with something Android had 3 years ago. But when Apple release it, it's going to be perfect. You're not going to deal with no hacks, reliable, consistent. The product is just, you can't compare anything to it versus having all the bells and whistles, but you're going to probably get a bug. And that's Solana thing. They're going to figure it out. I completely bought the dip, took advantage of it. You know, I'm not a financial advisor, but, you know, y'all can sell and I will buy and I will revisit my decision sooner or later. But right now, I'm not technically worried about it. It happens every day. If people still have their money in Robinhood and Robinhood go through 200 different outage in a year when at the worst times when people need their money, but people actually still invest in Robinhood, Solana would be okay. Let me know y'all thoughts in the comments. Are you still buying Solana? Are you pissed off? Are you going to jump ship and leave them? Do you think they're going to be okay in the future? I'm Lando Says, talk to you guys soon.